Anything I attach my name to, that's my brand. I wouldn't sit there and let you say anything that's attached to my name is a clown. Do you get it?
Spice and Saucy Santana are sitting across from each other on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13. And the air between them is anything but comfortable. Harsh words had already been exchanged online. Egos had already taken hits. And now, for the first time since their explosive fallout, these two are in the same room, face to face, forced to deal with everything that had been said publicly and privately. The question sitting over this entire conversation is direct. Can the queen of dancehall and Saucy Santana actually clear the air? Or is the damage from their fallout already too deep to repair?
You first talked to me, I'm thinking I'm being on a Spice album. Once I seen it was like a cast album, you got this person saying, Spice told me to do this, and Spice told me to this, and even all of that unfolded, I was like, that is clown. I wasn't calling you a clown, I wasn't discrediting you for.
To understand why this conversation is so charged, the origin of the conflict has to be clear. Santana was approached to be part of a music project. His understanding at the time was straightforward. He believed he was being placed on a Spice solo album. That is a very different proposition from what he eventually discovered. When the project was revealed to be a cast album featuring multiple artists from the show, Santana felt the situation had been misrepresented to him. What made it worse was what he observed around the project. Other artists involved were openly directing blame towards Spice, pointing fingers, creating noise, turning what could have been a straightforward music release into a public mess. Santana looked at the entire situation and called it exactly what he saw. And his word for it was clown. But his position at the sit-down is important. He draws a direct line between the situation and Spice as a person. He was not attacking her. He was not dismissing her career, her talent, or her standing in music. He was reacting to the chaos surrounding the project. Spice, however, does not accept that distinction quietly. Her response is immediate and non-negotiable.
Let me just say something based on that. Anything I attach my name to, that's my brand. I wouldn't sit there and let you say anything that's attached to my name is a clown. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Spice makes her position clear with precision. Her name, her brand, and everything connected to it are one thing in her mind. There is no separation between a project she is attached to and her personal reputation. When Santana used the word clown in connection with anything bearing her name, that landed as a direct hit, regardless of his intent. This is not a petty reaction. This is a professional boundary that Spice has built her entire career on, and she is not prepared to allow anyone, regardless of their relationship, to dismiss that. Santana acknowledges where she is coming from. His response, yeah, I think where I was coming from was like a premeditated, I don't know what your streaming numbers is. When you just said it so fast, I feel like it was messed. Shows that he recognizes the delivery of his words was a problem, even if the intent behind them was directed at the situation rather than at Spice personally. What follows is one of the most revealing exchanges of the entire episode. Santana shifts the conversation toward the actual content of the project, specifically the streaming numbers of the artists involved. His argument is industry-based. When building a music project, the caliber of the artists attached to it matters. Numbers are not just vanity metrics. They reflect reach, audience size, and commercial viability.